Okay, so it's been a minute since I've made a video of this thing. I had my appendix cut out, and then I just did not have a whole lot of will to work on stuff for a while. So finally getting back into it and have a little bit of motivation to keep tinkering. So since the last video, I pulled the gas tank, which was an absolute mess, as it was about 3/4 the way full of 1987 grade probably also 87 octane gas that was just complete varnish. My whole garage smells awful. You can see the puddle down there. It's kind of lurking over there too. But I'm getting ready to cut the floor out. I'm going to be putting a fuel cell in this, so there's no reason to have really any of this stuff back here. If I could do it right, I want to retain the factory gas cap and all that junk. Since all that seems to be in pretty good shape. But started stripping some of these panels here. The back, both rear quarters don't seem to have a whole lot of Bondo on them, which is nice, since the rest of the car is awful. Started pulling a bunch of the interior. I'm ready to pull these rear glass panes out along with the motors. They're pretty much ready to go. I just need to get a battery in there and actually lower them down. I believe they've got to be dropped completely to come out. Been removing bits and pieces of the interior, get this door panel completely off. I'm going to try and salvage a lot of this since it's still in pretty good shape, and at least have functioning doors and as far as the interior goes. But see all the holes in the floor. I just put a piece of wood in there to work on. It's way more comfortable like that. There's lots of trim pieces like that pulling up from up here. Not really, I don't really have a whole lot to go off of, so I'm just kind of figuring out how this stuff comes apart as I go. I've probably boogered up a couple things, but overall it's coming apart all right. Stripped a little bit more Bondo off the front over there. This has all been kind of slow. I need to get a stud welder one of these days so I can pull out a couple random areas of the car. Let's see. Starting to pull out all the wiring and whatnot too. I'll amass that and put it in a box since I'm probably not going to use any of it. Here's what's going to be going in. Should be fun and slightly terrifying in a car as old and flexy as this. I don't know if you know what this is, but it's a non-VVT Toyota 1JZ with a 3582 on it. Wiring specialties harness. Pretty much just takes a couple connections and that thing will start on my floor here. I think I don't trust the side loader diff, so I'm probably going to be swapping in a E28 or E24 rear subframe basically and having to cut out back here. They have, instead of having shocks, they have struts, so you have to cut that out and basically make a new one that's weight bearing and of sufficient size to fit the strut through there, and the geometry correct enough that it doesn't bind or do anything weird or punch through. But made a little bit of progress. I'm finally getting back into working on it, so it's gonna take me a minute before I get heavy duty here. But the welder's ready to rip here for some of these panel repairs, so just really need to get this stripped down. I need to get my media blaster going so I can get crazy with this. I really should start with the roof as far as that goes, since I don't think it's really going to need any repairs. There's really no like weird structural issues or holes or anything, so I really should strip that and prime it and have a nice starting place there. So I have June bugs landing on me. So since it's been a while, I figured I'd post something and show you where I'm at. It's not far, but it's somewhere.